Well, I'll show you what I've been doing for the last couple weeks. Kind of boring stuff. Get my window trim ready to put in. I've got to get those stained. The way I do it is I build the inner part that goes between the trim and the window, and then I go ahead and attach the trim to it. That way I don't have to worry about trying to shim the window. I just go ahead and put it in place, make sure it's straight, and go ahead and nail it off. This stain is drying fast. I try to keep a wet edge. If I can't, then I just feather it out as much as I can, so when I come up to that spot it won't have a real bad overlap on the stain. And these corners are tough to get too. This stuff's a lot easier to stain than that #1 pine for the cabinets. For some reason this goes on a little bit more consistently. I had a devil of a time with that those front plates on the kitchen cabinets. I put 3 coats of urethane on those and sanded the second coat real good, put the third on, it looked real good. But this pine here, I'm just going to put 2 coats on it like I did everything else. It works out good. If it's a little rough, I'll add a 3rd coat to it, but I sanded everything before I nailed it together. Then I put the pre-stain on it and did a real light stain, and the stain seems to be real consistent, so I'm glad. I was hoping it wasn't the temperature that was causing that stain to set so fast on that cabinet grade pine. But that's the way it is. Yep. This is the way to do windows. Don't try to shim them up. Just get your reveal set and then go ahead and nail your trim on. I'll have these nailed up probably next weekend. I've got 2 coats of urethane to do first, and I gotta let it dry 24 hours in between it. Seems to work better that way. Oh. Okay, I got 3 of them installed. I think they turned out pretty well. All I have to do now is just caulk the nail holes. I did use an adhesive caulk behind the trim, kind of glue it to the wall. I didn't want to have to put a ton of nails in it. So I think it matches the paint well. The trim on the floor, everything's staining up, matches real good. On to I got 5 done. I got 2 I'm gonna put in my son's bedroom. Then I have to work on the kitchen. The trim around it's gonna be a little bit different because of cabinets. And then I'll start on the bedroom window, since it's a little bit restricted at top. The trim on that's going to be a little bit different, and then the bottom's a little bit lower, so that one will be a little bit of different trim on that. Oh, and I don't know if I showed this, I did start the face trim on the bottom of the cabinet, and then I've got this one that I have to put up. I've got some pocket hole screws. I almost forgot. I gotta put some pocket hole screws up, holes I should say, up in this cabinet, because I forgot when I didn't take it down, I didn't get them drilled. So I've got to get a right angle drill to be able to put them in, because that bit's so long I can't get my drill in there. So I've got to borrow a right angle. All these other ones, they're already in it. So once I get that done, then I'll put that up. Then I've got my measurements for my doors on those, and then I'll run my face trim on that. Once I get my measurements, then I'll start the doors. Once I have the openings, then I can go ahead and proceed with that. But it's not going to be much this time. I'm getting down to the end of stuff, so what I'll be showing is not going to be as copious as before. And as always, y'all have a good one.